once again, good evening, America. This is the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series. Last week, we took to the Pocono Road Course in the Kraft Philadelphia 400. Brock Lesnar took the win in exciting fashion as barely any positions changed over the course of the entire event. And Brock Lesnar took home his 4th win of the season, bringing him to the most wins thus far in the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series season. This week, we take to Darlington for the Southern 500. 40 drivers looking to get their name etched in NASCAR Cheez Cup Series history. Before that, we need to take you through the starting lineup. Starting on pole is last week's winner, Brock Lesnar. Alongside him will be Tails in the 19. Behind them will be Jack Black in the 95, starting alongside the 16 of Keanu Reeves. Barack Obama is going to start alongside Janet Jackson in the 27. What If Racing will start alongside Greg Graffin in the 43. Tommy Joe Martins is going to start next to Susan Boylan in the 98. Trent Reznor will start next to Bruce Willis in the 34. John Popper is going to start next to the Bee Gees. Donald Trump will start next to Jake from State Farm, who exited the race before it even started last week. Bernie Sanders is going to start on the outside of Brad Pitt. And Phil Collins will start next to Rob Halford. Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to start next to the 24-42 of CM Punk. And the 24 of Corbin Forrester will start next to Larry the Cable Guy. So close yet so far away. Once again, it's the 12 of Justin Allgaier starting alongside Winnie the Pooh. Jesus Christ himself will start next to teammate Mary Poppins. MC Hammer is going to start next to Gibby Haynes. Vin Diesel will start next to the 9 of Sweet Tooth. Elvis Presley is going to start next to Richie Birkenhead. Dale Earnhardt for 1970 will start next to Aaron Carter. Slim Shady will start next to Rob Zombie, and rounding out the field will be the 13 of Benjamin Franklin and the 78 of David Bowie. That is your starting lineup. Sure to be an exciting race. The Southern 500, always a fantastic event. I forgot to download a night racetrack for this. I don't think there were any options, and I didn't have to create an account for somewhere to download it, but in any case, we're going to do Darlington. It's the Southern 500. What more is there to like about this crazy event? The pace car is soon to take a hard left down into pit road, leaving the field in the hands of 4-time winner Brock Lesnar this season. The most wins come to Brock Lesnar, 4 wins right now. Can he get 5? The Mountain Dew Southern 500 is underway. I was just playing NASCAR 2005, in case you were wondering. Green flag is out, and there goes Brock Lesnar to the lead. We are underway in the Southern 500. Tails sits second, but could drop down in front of Jack Black to maintain. On the outside lane, Brock Lesnar starting to pull away. Lots of movement on this track right now. And the biggest question that people may have is, will these drivers migrate up to the higher line here at Darlington? Well, the answer to that question is, I don't fucking know. So we'll just have to sit around and wait and see if that will happen. Here are your 4 leaders at the moment. Brock Lesnar over the 19 of Tails. Jack Black is 3rd, and Janet Jackson with an excellent run in qualifying sits in the 4th position. 92 laps around this racetrack. This is a long race. It can get wearing on a driver's psyche quickly. Could we see some tempers flare? 2 laps about to be complete from Darlington. They head out of turn number 4. Brock Lesnar continues to lead, single file behind him. When will Tails move out? When will Jack Black move out? All these questions and more will be answered as the Southern 500 continues. Brock Lesnar is your leader, looking to go 2 in a row and get his 5th win of the season. Breaking the 5 or so way tie at the top of the wins leaderboard. That 48 has been powerful all season. Hit a bit of a rough spell in the middle of the summer stretch of races, but he's battled right on his way back again. Brock Lesnar fighting to win this first ever NASCAR Cheez Cup Series Championship. Tails is right there, though. Waiting for that 48 car to slip up just once. If Tails dives it into a corner, I have no doubt he could probably secure the lead from that 48 car, but Brock Lesnar pulling away now. Out of turn 4 to complete lap number 4 is Brock Lesnar with the lead. 5 laps in to this event. Now that it's a pretty good way through this event so far, we'll take a look at our championship contenders. Corbin Forrester sits in the 17th position, getting help from Bernie Sanders now to get past that 34 of Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis slow on the outside. Corbin Forrester's, into the wall is that 34 of Bruce Willis. Justin Allgaier sits in the 24th position, right behind Jesus Christ himself. Not very good qualifying for several championship drivers in this event. Where is Mary Poppins? 33rd. Well, that's unfortunate. Where's Trent Reznor is a bigger question. Trent Reznor sits in the 6th position, a great spot for that 93 at the moment. Tommy Joe Martins is 4th. Tails has fallen to 3rd. What if Racing takes over? I don't know. Okay, so Brock Lesnar's in the lead. Jack Black's 2nd. What if Racing has moved into 3rd and Tails has fallen to 4th? Jack Black now attempting to challenge that number 48 car. Can anyone get past this powerful Brock Lesnar Lowe's 48? Unlikely is my assumption. Unlikely. At the line, it will be 7 laps complete from Darlington in the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Thanks for joining us for some more presentation of the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series on Kamikaze Game Sports Network. We'll take a quick NASCAR Nonstop commercial break, and you won't miss a second of the action up front. This is the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series.
Congratulations, taco lovers. You made it to Taco Tuesday. Today only, you can get 2 fresh-made Taco John's crispy tacos for just 99 cents. So get over to Taco John's for Taco Tuesday. You've waited long enough.
There's a whole lot of Mexican going on at Taco John's.
Every day in February is Taco Tuesday. 2 hard-shell tacos for 99 cents.
Want to see Phil Collins live? Then come to Sears. You can win a trip to L.A. and a backstage pass to the Phil Collins concert. And there's a million other prizes. Come to Sears. You could be an instant winner.
Hey, do you like buying things? Of course you do! Hey, do you like t-shirts? Of course you do! Do you like buying t-shirts? Who doesn't love buying t-shirts? And what better way to signify the fact that you love buying t-shirts than buying one of my t-shirts? Yay! So what are you waiting for? Head on over and then you can go to that website there, right there. You can read it right here. Look at it. Look at it. Just go there and you can get yourself a t-shirt, son.
Today's presentation of the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series race from Darlington is sponsored by Comcast. We're some real motherfuckers.
Welcome back to the Mountain Dew Southern 500 from Darlington in the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series. Jack Black took the lead under NASCAR Nonstop. Brock Lesnar fall all the way back to 3rd. Now Jack Black is your leader. Jack Black putting on a late season charge. Finishing well in several races, running up front at Atlanta, more specifically. To 2nd now is What If Racing, who once again, up and down season for this 25 car. Looking to finally close in on a victory today at Darlington. Brock Lesnar has fallen to 3rd. Brock Lesnar, your wins leader with 4 wins this season. Looking to get back into the lead as fast as possible. Tails, on the other hand, just wanting to survive after last weekend. A very huge risk after having to come into pit road early. Managed to run out the race without running out of gas. So, heading up finishing 7th, I think. A great recovery for that 19 car. Trent Reznor, on the other hand, needs to have another good run today. Closing in on that championship lead would be a great thing for Trent Reznor to do, especially with our points leader Corbin Forrester running as far back as just only 12th. Corbin Forrester is moving his way up through the field very well in that 24 car. Any other championship contenders in this? Okay. Tommy Joe Martins is 6th. Keanu Reeves, Greg Graffin, Donald Trump, and John Popper round out your top 10. The Bee Gees sit 11th and Corbin Forrester 12th. Bernie Sanders looks to have moved into the 13th spot now. But back up front, it is Jack Black, assumedly. Maybe, maybe not. Yes, Jack Black. What If Racing has fallen all the way to 4th for some reason. But Jack Black continues to lead. 14 laps complete in today's event from Darlington. This is a long, long race. Very surprisingly long. I did not expect it to be this long. So, yeah. That's the extent of my point. It's a long race. In any case, Jack Black continues to lead. Brock Lesnar remains 2nd, and Tails looks to be trying to get past that 48, but just has not been able to, even though several cars have fallen back out of the top 3. Lots of fluidity behind our leader. Not very many lead changes. It's still a 4-car breakaway up front. 16 laps complete at the line. Jack Black, your leader. 2nd place is Brock Lesnar with a huge run going into turn number 1. Jack Black cuts it off, though. Can he keep this lead through the corner? Very small racing surface here at Darlington. About a 3.5 car widths on the actual racing surface, but there are still guys that can get good runs underneath the apron. But for now, it remains to be seen if anyone can get past this number 95 car, as Tails is working on the 48 of Brock Lesnar, and it looks like the outside line is definitely a handicap here at Darlington, which makes absolutely no sense. Maybe it didn't get progressive banking until, I don't know, after 2003, obviously. Who is coming up in behind here now? Trent Reznor closing in on our leaders. Tails is trying to get past the 95, but failing. What If Racing is trying to get past the 48, but failing. And here comes Trent Reznor to try and pick them both off at the same time. Lesnar backs out. Reznor is going to take over from Lesnar. It's the battle of the Esners. Reznor takes it. Brock Lesnar falls back. That was a weird way of saying Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar falls to the 5th position, but it is Jack Black still your leader here in the Southern 500. Tails is 2nd. Who will take the win? Keep watching and find out. In the Mountain Dew, Southern 500 will go NASCAR nonstop, because we just did that. And you know how much we like our commercials. Money, 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 money. We'll be right back.
Want to see Phil Collins live? Then come to Sears. You can win a trip to LA and a backstage pass to the Phil Collins concert. And there's a million other prizes. Come to Sears. You could be an instant winner.
Well, that seems to be everything. Well, thank you for choosing our company to close out your brand new 2018 model. If there's anything else we need to discuss or you need help with something, you can tell me right now, but if we're done, we can shake hands and be done with it. Yeah, actually, there is one thing that I could use. Okay, do you need a warranty? Some mud flaps? Would you like a complimentary stuffed toy? Show me the Carfax. Sir, there is no Carfax. This is brand new off... Show me the Carfax. There's no Carfax, sir. Show me the Carfax, cunt. Excuse me? Show me the motherfucking Carfax. I fuck your mom every day in the ass. What? I swear to my God that I will throttle you to within an inch of your life if you don't give me the fucking Carfax. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. Thank you.
Start your search at Carfax.com.
Today's presentation of the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series race from Darlington is presented by Ritz Bits. It's really easy to forget how good these are when you haven't had them for multiple years.
Welcome back to the Mountain Dew Southern 500 from the Darlington Raceway. Tails took the lead under NASCAR nonstop. You did not miss a second of the action. Tails, your new leader, 23 laps into this event. And it looked like I saw the caution lights flashing, but that might have just been the backside of the caution lights. So no, indeed this race is still green, so we will think of it as such. Tails is first. Second now is Jack Black. Brock Lesnar has fallen to the third. Well, actually he's gotten back up to the third position. What If Racing is fourth now, I think. No, Trent Reznor really had a bad corner there and has fallen all the way back to sixth. Fifth now is Tommy Joe Martins. Jack Black is still powering his way closer and closer to the rear end of that number 19 car, but let's take a look at our championship contenders. First things first. Corbin Forrester is just at the very end of the top 10 right now. Corbin Forrester, with all these consistent top 10s, is exactly why he's such a powerful force in the point standings. Corbin Forrester having a fantastic season in this 24 car. Right behind him is the number 6 of Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders just can never seem to get past the number 24 car. He's usually right behind. Shut the fuck up, phone. Jesus Christ himself sits in the 18th position. Not a great race for that 88 car so far. 18th is not where that guy wants to be if he wants to compete in the points. Phil Collins, on the other hand, sits in 15th. Probably the worst race for Phil Collins in a long time. Phil Collins on a top 5 hot streak for a while there, having some fantastic finishes in that 14 car. Justin Allgaier, on the other hand, after falling from not being able to win that race at Pocono road course, Justin Allgaier has fallen to 24th in this event. But don't worry, road course ringer extraordinaire Justin Allgaier, you will have one last chance at a road course at Circuit of the Americas, the third to last race of the season, I think. Yes. Mary Poppins, on the other hand, sits 34th. Not a good sequence of events for Mary Poppins. A series of unfortunate events, actually. Ever since Atlanta, Mary Poppins has been on a downward spiral. It's just not been good for the driver of this 5 car. But you know who it has been good for? Definitely this number 19 of Tails, who leads by quite a margin now over that number 95. The lap times have fallen off significantly. 34.9 that time by. 35.3, even worse for Jack Black. Very, very slow lap times. Pitting going to be vital at this racetrack, and is in all likelihood, if they start pitting before lap 30, there will probably be three sets of pit stops. I thought it was crazy enough that most of these races go 2. Can you imagine 3 rounds of pit stops in a single race? Goodness gravy. Trent Reznor would have to cry. I don't know how his pit crew situation is. I haven't really been paying attention to him on pit road lately. 28 laps complete from Darlington. Tails continues to lead. A 35-1 that time by. Jack Black looks like he's closer. A 35-1 for him as well. Our 2 leaders separated by a margin over third place Brock Lesnar, who also had a 35-1, 35-1, 35-1, 35-3, 35-2, 35 flat, but mostly 35-1s up at the front of this field. Tails crossing the line now to complete lap 29. I really, really hope they can make it to lap 35 at least before going down pit road so that there isn't 3 frickin' pit stops. But the lap times have fallen off significantly. Whoever goes down pit road first either will have the advantage or will be held up by the slower traffic that hasn't pitted yet. If you catch yourself going down pit road at the perfect moment where you can go in, get your stuff, and get out to a clean racetrack, you will absolutely benefit a lot, because this fall off is ridiculous. That's a 4-second nearly fall off. Now it's 4 seconds. That's a 4-second fall off, a 35.6. 36 flat. Goodness gravy, these cars. 35.5, 35.5, 35.3. John Popper falling. John Popper having a good race, uncustomary of how he's been doing lately, but Tails continues to lead this field. I think they ought to be fine to go down pit road by now. And there won't be 3 rounds, but don't want to guarantee you that right now. So, yeah. 31 laps complete at the line. Tails is your leader. Early leaders were Brock Lesnar, Jack Black, and now Tails. They are the top 3 at the moment. That time by very slow lap times for several drivers. Many drivers having good lap times. 35.6s are definitely the hottest on the field at the moment. Many drivers, oh, a 35.5 by Tails. That's a fantastic lap given the situation. Around they go again, out of turn 4. At the line, Tails crosses and will complete 32 laps. 60 remain in the Southern 500. 36.1 for Tails that time. 36 flat, 36.1, 36 flat, 36.3, 36.2, 36 flat, 36 flat. Pit stops inevitable at this rate. Hopefully they will be completed without too much hecticness. But you never know. But you never know. Pit road at this track, a difficult one to enter if you want to carry speed. The progressive banking down into the, you know, the apron, the part of the track that you don't even run on. There's progressive banking down there too, so a strategic getting down to pit road may be required. You never know, the banking at this place is pretty wacky. It's like a bowl. Like the banking change, it's like a bowl. And not a bull. I'm talking about a bowl, not a bull. God, it sounds the exact same after my voice has been absolutely destroyed by doing so many commentaries back to back. A bowl instead of a bull, the animal. You know, you never notice how close those words sound until you say them right next to each other. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Tails continues to lead a 35.9 that time. Brock Lesnar has overtaken Jack Black. I'm assuming Jack Black has started the first round of pit stops, so if we find Jack Black, we may see Jack Black was second. This could make all the difference. 44 miles an hour down pit road. Has he even gone down yet? He hasn't even gone down yet. Goodness me, Jack Black. Several more drivers coming in as well, and I don't see anyone on the front stretch, so I'm assuming Tails has gone down as well. Wow, look at all these drivers. Tails may be a big loser as well as Brock Lesnar. Everyone came down pit road at the same time pretty much, so Jack Black's probably going to have a clear racetrack if he had a good stop. This could play right into the hands of Jack Black. As we all know, these laps falling off so significantly. So significantly. Jack Black exits back onto the racetrack. Who is still running around? I heard our engine at full song there. Jack Black will complete 35 laps once he hits the line. Tails was on lap 36 when he went down, I believe. The question is, where will this cycle out? Some drivers on pit road, as you can see there. Jack Black completes lap 35. Several drivers still down pit road there. Where will he end up? Jack Black on the track. That rhymed like a motherfucker. And it looks like Jack Black, unless other drivers got really good pit stops, might have absolutely decimated on pit road. He might have the lead and then some. But you never know. Once he crosses the line, we will see exactly where he is at the moment. I don't see anyone on pit road anymore. Crossing the line is Jack Black. He is in position numero uno. Great stop for Jack Black in the 95. Tails is set in second, way back. Jack Black had an excellent pit stop. He played that to perfection. The Bee Gees have taken over the third position. John Popper is fourth, followed by Arnold Schwarzenegger, the rest of your top 5. Jesus Christ himself sits in the 6th position. Lesnar falls to 7th. Tommy Joe Martins is in the 8th position. There is your points leader, probably Corbin Forrester. And rounding out the top 10 is Greg Graffin in the 43. An interesting trip down pit road. Let's take a quick gander at some more championship contenders. Mary Poppins is 34. What a bad day for that driver. Okay, Bernie Sanders is in the 20th position at the moment. And Justin Allgaier sits 26th. I do believe we've looked at everyone that needs to be looked at. Resner is in the 12th position. Right behind him is Phil Collins in the 14th. And that appears to be most of your championship contenders. But out front, it is Jack Black in the number 95 Chevrolet for Mick Racing. Great job by that team to get him out with the lead and then some. Tails is second, but it's all Jack Black right now. Thanks for joining us for the Mountain Dew Southern 500. This race continues under NASCAR Nonstop. Don't go anywhere.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
At Cheez-It, we expect a lot from our cheese.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting Cheez.
Interrupting?
Cheez!
Should have seen that one coming.
You should have, because that was... I even told you I was going to be interrupting you. Morning, sir. Beautiful day, isn't it?
We take the time for our cheese to mature before we bake it into every delicious cracker. Because at Cheez-It, real cheese matters.
Now at Applebee's, the Hoy Burger, a half-pound burger with cheese and hot deli sliced ham. Order a Hoy Burger and Applebee's will donate $1 to United Way of Story County.
Who's winning in the dead of July? If I was king of the world. Living our lives, castle in the sky. If I was king of the world.
Today's presentation of the Southern 500 on Kamikaze Game Sports Network is presented by Sonic. It should be illegal to make commercials this fucking bad.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway. The Southern 500 continues, 43 laps complete at the line. Your leader is the number 95 of Jack Black. After great pit stop strategy, brought this driver right up to the front of the field. Second place is obviously Tails, who has caught up to our leader. It was a huge deficit before, but now that number 19 has caught up significantly. Lap times already falling off to nearly a full second off of what they were before. Tails is right there, but the question is, can he get past that fast number 95 car? 32.7 at the line. 32, almost 5 for Tails there. And that is the battle for the lead. Closing in on halfway. After this next lap here, we will be halfway done in the Southern 500. Jack Black rolls into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4 to complete lap 45. Continuing to lead this race is the number 95 car. Let's take a look at some of our championship contenders. Trent Reznor is currently in the 12th position. Phil Collins right behind, 2 powerful championship contenders, and right ahead of them are some more championship contenders. The Hendrick Motorsports teammates of Brock Lesnar, Corbin Forrester, and Jesus Christ himself. These 3 drivers hard battling each other for the championship. A rough race for Mary Poppins in the 5, who was the most consistent driver for a lot of the season. Now in the 31st position. 6th place is 17th place is the 6th of Bernie Sanders. Justin Allgaier is 22nd. Not a great race for that driver at all. Tails has caught our leader. Halfway through the Southern 500, the 19 car is challenging the 95 for the lead once again. We saw this earlier. Probably at like lap 20-ish. After that, Tails led until pit stops. Jack Black took the lead out of pit stops. And that's how everything went there. Now they are nose and tail once again to see who is going to lead this race. Tails looking for the 4th win of the season to tie with Brock Lesnar for the most wins this year. Jack Black sits with no wins yet. He would certainly like to bring home a win to that Mick Racing team. Trent Reznor, I believe, is the only Mick Racing driver that does have a win this season. Tails falling off a bit now. Jack Black pulling away at 33.4 for Tails that time. 33.2 for Jack Black. Definitely slowing down the pace for all of this. Should we see another round of pit stops, whoever goes down first might make all the difference in the event. Already some Darlington stripes on the outside of the racetrack, unless that's a part of the unless that's part of the default skin for the outside retaining walls, you know. I'm pretty sure those aren't natural. Those actually came in after things were said and done. Or if it was just an aesthetic choice by the developers of this game. You never know. Jack Black takes it into turn number 3. Still with the lead. Tails tries the outside lane that time, but it is not enough. Jack Black continues to lead. 50 laps complete at the line, and Jack Black remains your leader. Tails looked like he has a run potential. Ooh, wow! Tails just absolutely dive bombs that corner and murders Jack Black through that corner. Wow, like he was standing still. That 19 car goes by. Jack Black falls far. He remains at 2nd place, but your new leader in the Pampers beautiful number 19 car is that number 19 of Tails. My goodness, that was absolutely pathetic on the part of frickin' Jack Black. He may have just backed out just to stay safe. How was that lap time? A 34.2 for our previous leader compared to a 33.4. Let's look at the rest of our top drivers. The BGs are in 3rd place, way, way, way back. Here come the Hendrick Motorsports drivers. Jesus Christ, with a move underneath Arnold Schwarzenegger to take over that spot. Brock Lesnar following. Arnold Schwarzenegger falls to about, I want to say 7th, followed by Tommy Joe Martins. Corbin Forrester is all the way back here, and rounding out your top 10 are Phil Collins and Trent Reznor. But it's back out front. It is definitely Tails in the lead with a vengeance. You know what? Crank it up. Using that spectator cam, you can really see how much of a gargantuan lead that Tails and Jack Black have. over the rest of this field and the Bee Gees in third place. Pit stops should be right around the corner now. And we've yet to see a caution in this Mountain Dew Southern 500. It kind of flops between being the Southern 500 and the Mountain Dew Southern 500, you know. Mountain Dew's probably not that impressive. I keep forgetting about them every once in a while. Point is, Tails continues to lead. Second place is still Jack Black. And what a showing by these two drivers. Fantastic driving on both ends of the spectrum. Tails is slowing down a 34.4 that time by compared to Jack Black's 34.2. We'll check out the times at the line this time around. We'll see exactly where things are shaking out. Tails crosses the line to complete lap number 57 and will have a 34.1, a great lap that time by, and a 34.7 for Jack Black. Tails is pulling out even further now. Wow, okay. Let's take a look at some championship contenders while we wait for them to head down pit road for the second time in today's event. Brock Lesnar sits in 4th position, now 3rd, getting past that 20 car of the Bee Gees. Was a bit of tough going for that number 48 car for a while, couldn't get past. Now Brock Lesnar makes it back into 3rd place. Phil Collins is in 7th. Corbin Forrester 8th. Tommy Joe Martins battles Trent Reznor for the final spots in the top 10. And Bernie Sanders is 14th. I don't assume that Mary Poppins is having a good day still. Indeed, 29th for that number 5 car. And I think that's everyone except for Allgaier, who I really don't want to look at. I'm kind of sad. 20th for... Poor Allgaier. Anyway, back up front we'll go. And it looks like Tails has potentially caught some lap traffic. With 41 of MC Hammer, the first victim to go a lap down in this Southern 500. 35.2 that time around for the 41 car. Tails with a 34.5. Getting held up though, it looks like. Will this be the difference that gets Jack Black into the lead once more? Jack Black has fallen way off the pace now. Tails gets under the 41 car, so it's not going to be enough for that 19 to be slowed down by the 41. We'll hit oh my goodness, as they hit the line. We'll check the lap times like usual. Getting around that lap traffic made Tails have a 35.2, but Jack Black could only muster a 35.1 with no lap traffic. And as we can see probably by the spectator cam, these three still have a gargantuan lead over 3rd place, Brock Lesnar. We'll see if Lesnar even comes into the frame. There is not Lesnar. That's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ himself to 3rd, it looks like. Yes, indeed. Lesnar fell behind the Bee Gees, so he must have had a rough corner. Can't find his way back around the Bee Gees. Lesnar back to 5th now. Tails continues to lead. They should be coming down pit road within the next 5 laps. They could be a little bit more sporadic this time because that usually tends to happen. They'll all come down at the same time the first time around, and then the second time around they kind of mix it up a bit. Trent Reznor has made it up into the 8th spot. It looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger's fallen 9th. Rounding out the top 10 still is Tommy Joe Martins. And Bernie Sanders remains 14th. But back up front, it is Tails continuing to lead this race. Hasn't quite fallen off like he had before. The lap time 35.1. Not the same as the 35.7 that he was running at the end of the previous run on tires. Potentially these drivers could stay out for just a little while longer, but there's really no reason to. I'll be able to complete the race from here on fuel, probably. MC Hammer remains the buffer zone between Jack Black and our leader. Almost a entire corner now, I think, between Tails and 2nd place Jack Black. Jack Black is going to need to do exactly what he did last time down pit road and make up all sorts of ground if he's going to have to hope to get to this number 19 car. The number 19 putting on another spectacular showing. Just like at Texas. Powerful race car up front right now, looking to reinsert himself into the championship fold. Just a little bit of quick trivia. After this race would be when the original NASCAR chase would start. Now that we got rid of that bullshit in favor of a new point system, but with a double points race at Homestead at the end of the season, we could potentially take a look and have quick a NASCAR chase grid for what would be if this was the chase still, but it ain't the chase. So, screw it. At this moment, Brock Lesnar and Tails would lead that chase grid. They would both have 4 wins, followed by the 3 wins of, I think, Phil Collins, Corbin Forrester. Oh, I don't think Bernie Sanders has 3. I think he only has 2. That must be everyone with 3 wins. 2 wins would be Bernie Sanders, David Bowie. Anyone else? I don't think so. Trent Reznor and several others have 1 win on the season. And there are still multiple championship contending drivers that don't have wins yet. Even with the influx of winners that we have had over the course of the season, there are still many championship contending drivers that don't have wins yet. Plenty of space in the winner's circle for these NASCAR Cheez Cup Series drivers. A 35.5 that time by, and it looks even slower. And it looked like I saw some flags waving in the pit lane. Oh my goodness, a 35.9. Tails, get down pit road. Your tires are destroyed. Do it for your own sake. You're going through these corners at 135, for goodness sake. Yes, multiple drivers most likely down pit road now. Or none. None is also an option on the table. No one down pit road yet. The first appeal down will most likely get the biggest benefit. 67 laps complete at the line. This is the exit of turn 4. Tails continues to lead. What on earth is this lap time? Gonna 36.1. It's 4.5 seconds off the fucking best lap. Tails, go down pit road. You mad bastard. Someone, anyone, go down pit road. Hello? No one. You guys are crazy. Oh my goodness. Tails continues to lead, but my goodness. Really pushing your luck, I'd say. Look at this. You're going 111 through turn 4. Seriously. You're not thinking about going down. Not even thinking. Not even on your mind. Not even on your mind. A 36 flat. I think he's still doing better than Jack Black, though. 36 flat. Oh my god. 5 seconds falling off for that lap there. Janet Jackson's on the back stretch. Tails is coming through turn number 1 out of 2 now. So lap traffic not really a factor. Only MC Hammer, the only lap traffic at the moment. I mean, Tails still has to... Oh, there you go. Thank you. Pit road sequence is beginning on lap 69. Who was the summer of 69? Some drivers went in already. Was one of them Jack Black? Probably not. Oh, it looked like Jack Black was going down there right then and there. Yes, indeed. Phil Collins stays out on the track that time by. Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted to dive in early. Not very many down pit road immediately here. Interesting strategy by all of these drivers. We'll take you to the spectator cam to try and see everything's checking out. Is Tails coming in or out? Tails must have gotten... Did Tails get the pole in this race? No, he got second. The pole was Brock Lesnar. Okay. So, spectator cam, we can see all sorts of action on the racetrack and at the exit of pit road. This is a great camera angle. Brock Lesnar slots in front of that number 19 car. Tails working on the left side now. Jack Black hasn't even lifted... Oh, never mind. Jack Black's lifted it. There goes Tails out first. Jack Black is next, and it looks like he'll get out ahead of Brock Lesnar, but in all likelihood, unless someone that was really competitive went in a lot more early than these other guys, I do believe that Tails is going to be continuing to be your leader. And they're on the back stretch now. This used to be the front stretch. You can tell by the pit lane wall or whatever. But that used to be the front stretch. Didn't this used to kind of do the Martinsville thing? Where it snaked around, the pit lane snaked around the track? I swear that's how it was before. Tails is 8th as he crosses the line. Does that change? No, he's remaining 8th place, so several drivers. Not very a good idea to stay on the track for this long. There's David Bowie. I do believe it was one of the last cars on the lead lap there, so yes, indeed. There comes David Bowie from pit lane. Tails coming through to begin lap number 72. 21 remain in this event. Crossing the line now. 71 laps complete, and Tails is first. So the pit road sequence complete. Tails probably with an even bigger lead than before now. Second place is definitely not Susan Boyle. Jack Black is in second and may lose, actually. I'm not sure. Some of these guys may stay out ahead of him, but I think most of these are actually lap down cars anyway, so... Susan Boyle might be on the lead lap. Unlikely. No, she's falling several spots now, so... A big buffer zone between Tails and second place Jack Black, so unless there's a caution, I'd say Tails just about has this wrapped up. 20 laps remain in the Mountain Dew Southern 500 from Darlington. He has some lap traffic to negotiate now, but I don't think that's going to be too much to worry about. Tails leads the Southern 500. When we get back, we'll sort everything out after that pit road cycle, but we will go NASCAR nonstop one last time from the Southern 500 in Darlington.
A special mix of herbs and spices come together with milk, a select form of vinegar, apple cider style, along with pure 100% motor oil. Chevrolet. Order now.
Available at JJ's Cafe.
That is nasty as fuck, dude.
That uses an ultra-quiet fan to actively circulate your favorite fragrance throughout the entire room.
There. Isn't that better?
New Glade plug-in scented oil fan.
Freshness with a spin. Plug it in, plug it in.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Danica Patrick.
Dude! The rent is due, your mom is dying, and your parole officer is outside looking for you. What are you gonna do?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh,
I don't see how this is helping.
can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh,
Fuck it.
As a Grand Prix world champion in triathletes, I know how important it is to stretch before any competition.
I also know it's important to stretch. Mobil 1's advanced technology lubricates our engines.
Yes, that is true.
And my joints.
Oh my word.
Soda cookies. You want one, Jensen?
Today's presentation of NASCAR Cheez Cup Series Racing from Darlington is sponsored by Progressive, whose name would suggest exactly the opposite of how their policies actually work.
Welcome back to the Mountain Dew Southern 500 from Darlington Raceway. Tails has been putting on an absolutely dominating show. Jack Black led for some time and Brock Lesnar for even littler amount of time, but Tails has absolutely played the pit lane and race to perfection, closing in on 10 laps remaining in today's event. Second place, you have to go all the way back through several lap cars to find that number 95 of Jack Black. Running half-decent lap times, but it just isn't enough. Tails has been absolutely destroying this field today. He's definitely slower than Jack Black now, I think. Yeah, he's much slower than Jack Black, a whole second off, but he was also trying to negotiate traffic that time by. As they continue to go around the course, we'll take a look at some more championship contenders. Mary Poppins fighting back after having a pretty atrocious day all the way up to the 21st position. There's Justin Allgaier in 19th. Other championship contenders, as in Corbin Forrester, falling outside of the top 10 now, but potentially could make his way back in before the race is over. Right behind him is the 14th position of the 93 of Trent Reznor. Phil Collins is within the top 10 though, and many drivers happy to see that 24 outside of the top 10. Lots of these drivers in the top 10 of the, you know, you get the idea. They're happy to see the points leader out of the way so they can gain some potential positioning. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jack Black hold pivotal positions. that gain extra points for our drivers. Our point system formatted in the case that wins are the biggest emphasis. Performing well and being consistent will help you, but finishing in the first position is the most important thing. 100 points goes to the winner of a race. Second place is worth 80 points. Third place is worth 65 points. Fourth place is worth 55 points. And fifth place is worth 50 points. All the way down to 32nd is where you will find only a single solitary point being dispersed. 33rd through 40th will get no points in every single event. In between there's different points, and there's even a fuck up that has, instead of it going 32, 29, 27, I mean, no, that's the fuck up. It's supposed to go 32, 29, 26. Instead it goes 39, 32, 29, 27. It's supposed to go 32, 29, 26, and instead there's a fuck up. So that's the only problem that I see with the points situation. And also I redesigned a different one that we're going to use if there's a Season 2 of NASCAR Cheez Cup Series, which I'm sure people are going to want. So it's not even an if, it's a matter of when and who will drive in it. In all likelihood, I will host a different form of offline NASCAR racing in the Truck Series, where we would go to my ideal Truck Series schedule that you can find in my If I Ran NASCAR video from late 2016. So, in all likelihood, there will be a Truck Series offline series that people will be able to enter in, and like probably the top contenders in that series will earn themselves some NASCAR Cheez Cup Series rides. There's Gibby Haynes on pit road. So, but I don't know why I'm even discussing this. If that's probably going to happen, I'm sure I have advertisements during the commercial break segments for it, as I already had a commercial in mind for it. So, but in all likelihood, that would not be this season. It would probably be for future NASCAR Cheez Cup Series racing seasons. Also, the winner of the Truck Series championship would probably be able to make the All-Star race in a NASCAR Cheez Cup Series. No real reason to do it this season. It would only contain both winners and the top drivers in points. Filling out the field to 20 drivers in the All-Star race would be the case. So it would be all winners and the rest of the standings in order. So it would fill out to 20 cars. I mean, it's kind of bullshit that there's not going to be only winners, but, you know, I feel like that's okay. I feel like it's okay. Personally, I feel like it's okay. So that big, long digression was able to take us to 6 to go. Tails still absolutely murdering this field. Closest competition is once again Jack Black way back here. We'll take a look at a spectator cam to see if we can even catch a glimpse of both drivers in the same view. And there's Jack Black and there's Tails, so it's a half a racetrack separating these two. Let's take a look and see how the rest of the championship contenders are faring. Trent Reznor sits in the 12th position. May have passed Corbin Forrester. No. Corbin Forrester, yes. No. Yes, he did pass Corbin Forrester, but ended up getting passed once again. So, these guys have just been trading their position back and forth. Corbin Forrester sits in the 12th position. Shut the fuck up, phone. Phil Collins is in the 8th position. Good run for him. And side by side still are the teammates of Brock Lesnar and Jesus Christ himself. 3rd place, I assume. Oh, there they are. The Arnold Schwarzenegger is starting to close in on Jack Black for the 2nd position. They really don't make much of a difference in the championship run. Neither of these drivers have any wins yet this season. If there was the chase going on, they'd need to kick it into high gear and try to close down. Shut the fuck up and try and close in on the 19 car. But I think Tails pretty much has this race on lockdown. Even if a caution were to come out now, I do believe the race would end under caution. So, unless he goes down pit road like Phil Collins did at Sonoma, I do believe Tails has the Mountain Dew Southern 500 on lockdown. This one of the longest races in the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series schedule, finally coming to a close. 89 laps complete, 3 remain, and Tails is just murdering them. Going to be 4 wins on the season for Tails after this race is complete, tying Brock Lesnar Lesnar and Tails have the most wins this season. After this race, obviously. Barack Obama with a look underneath the 19 car and is actually going to get passed. So that's interesting. Our leader being passed by lap traffic even after dominating so heavily for the entirety of this event. 2 laps remain in the Mountain Dew Southern 500 from Darlington Raceway, and this one is nearly over. Tails back to his winning ways after falling off, starting in, like, I think the Talladega race way at the start of the season. There will be one more plate race eventually here, hopefully. Hopefully that's how the schedule will work out. We'll go to Martinsville as well in the, you know, what would have been the chase, but this isn't the chase because we're not stupid anymore in the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series. Coming out of turn number 4. Tails in the 19 Toyota looking to make it 4 wins on the season and hopefully close in on that points lead, probably, of Corbin Forrester, who sits 11th, making his way up through more positions as they head into the final laps of this event. But it's all Tails right now, coming out of turn 2 to win the historic Mountain Dew Southern 500. Labor Day weekend, probably. Well, that's how the schedule is supposed to be, but that's probably not how this is going to be uploaded. It's probably be uploaded, what, August, probably? Middle of August? I don't know. Early August, late July. But no matter which way you say it, Tails is going to be taking home the Southern 500 trophy and close in on that points deficit. Tails takes the win in the Southern 500. And what a phenomenal run by this driver. Absolutely decimated the field. I have to go all the way back. I don't know who won second place between Jack Black and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it appears to be Jack Black second. Arnold Schwarzenegger takes home third. Jesus Christ himself will take home fourth. Brock Lesnar fifth. Phil Collins went on a charge and went up to the 6th position before this race ended. What If Racing finishes 7th. Greg Graffin 8th. 9th with Bee Gees. Rounding out the top 10 is John Popper. Just on the outside, gaining 32 vital points in this race will be the 24 of Corbin Forrester. Right behind him, Trent Reznor. But it will be Tails taking home the trophy today. Down pit road for the celebration to begin, tying Brock Lesnar for the most wins this season. 4 wins apiece, 8 wins between the drivers. Who is going to win the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series Championship? We are down to the final 10 races in the season. No chase, but the final race, as I've said, will be a double points race. Tails takes home the win. And who finished last is a good question. Last place is Larry the Cable Guy. Anyone else of significance? Mary Poppins made it all the way to 18th. Great run by Mary Poppins to salvage this race. Justin Allgaier right ahead in 17th. They're both probably out of the championship hunt at this point, but as you can see, the cream is rising to the top. Several championship contending drivers finish in the top 12 of today's event. But it's going to be Tails taking on the trophy. Thank you all so much for joining us in the NASCAR Cheez Cup Series race number 26 of 36. We'll see you in the next one. But until then, this has been Kamikaze Games Sports Network. Announcer Kamikaze signing off. Thanks for joining us in today's event.
Soda cookies.